So I have returned once again today to actually deliver another stream of JoJo Part 6 Stone Ocean. It's very weird to say it out loud. God, I'm not ever going to use the idea of saying, "Hey, we're watching Stone Ocean today," because it's just not ever going to feel right. It's going to feel like, I'm in some alternate universe where Part 6 has been adapted? But yeah, I mean, I can't stress enough. This show's so fucking good. 2 episodes in, it actually has proved to me that they actually are doing this justice. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything different. I was going into this expecting their production's going to do a bang out job when it comes to adapting Part 6. But was I expecting the Kino job itself to actually be already in here? No, but we had the Kino job already here. And yeah, I mean, every single thing works so goddamn well. Gwes's actual adaptation was incredible, I must admit. Like, in essence, how she was actually brought to life by her voice actress. Incredible. The actual way they did everything was just incredible. I can't stress enough. This show is the definitive JoJo, to be honest, thus far. Like, this has actually proven to be that they are going to do the whole entirety of this just absolute justice. So anyway, I keep on looking over there because I actually haven't done the pop-out window yet. There we go. Alright. So, watching episode 3. It's still crazy to me to actually say that we're watching JoJo again. Right, so everyone actually wants to know also, I'm actually watching this from the recap, so just in case, I know sometimes people actually skip the recaps, go straight to the episode, but watching it from the recap. So anywho, let's start this thing in 3, 2, 1. Let's start this thing absolutely now. Sorry for Best Girl's appearance actually come in yet. Well, completely at least. Once again, the only true crime that Jonin has committed thus far is actually being a girl boss. That's the only crime. And so that is not a crime, I must admit. I love that line because that line reminds me of like people that use the fake well, don't use fake screenshots, but use a screenshot with a fake quote and say like, oh, I wish I wasn't here, I wish I was alone, and then someone goes, nah bro, this is basically like saying we all along we actually were Neon Genesis Evangelion. The same thing I was saying, I'm gonna free myself of this ocean of stones. The exact same kind of premise. It's kind of hilarious in a way. It has a lot of contextual meaning, but it's kind of quite hilarious because of the meme itself. Hello, how's it going? If that makes any sense, I'm not too sure, but it's just a meme. The whole thing with like saying, oh, I was Neon Genesis Evangelion this entire time. But yeah, the show, it's good. Show is good. I mean, it's not like anything out of the ordinary to say that JoJo is good, but you know what I mean. You always come with a slight hesitation as well. You're like, this is my favorite part. Will they adapt it? Will they do it justice? But part 5 was pretty much proven concept that they actually are like improving as well, because part 5 is already amazing as is, but part 5 got even better in anime form. So I can't stress enough that probably the exact same thing will happen with part 6. Part 6 will have the exact same kind of idea, that Part 6 in manga form was incredible, but in anime form is the definitive version, which is, by all accounts, what an adaptation should in theory do. So their productions are doing what production should in theory do, just kind of give us, you know, the actual definitive version of the product. Just wait, she'll be so free to be doing some dank shit, as they would say, as the cool kids would say. So free to be doing some dank shit soon. Some Kino shit, one might say. Well, or Jolene. She was just trying to call someone. There are no lines. Lines are about a concept. That's the second time I heard that line, actually. I should actually kind of have like a month wait for actual phone call, though. Best girl. Tell you, West fans need to rise up. That's kind of threatening. So yeah, by the way, if they get $1 back, you might fucking die. All for $1, no less. Honestly, would it actually be a JoJo part and also a JoJo protagonist that went in their own grave in the first 5 minutes? Let's be real. Honestly, I think Jolene's got herself covered, to be honest. This is all just for $1. It's not just $1, it's the concept behind it. Basically, TLDR is don't give $1 out. That's the worst thing to possibly do. Whatever you do, just keep dollars back. It's gonna end badly, isn't it? It's gonna end badly. There you go. There you go. It's like, bro, I'm good. I don't give any more money out. Oh, you see that shit? That's like, she doing it. She was doing it. See, this is a very unorthodox way to use a stand power, to be honest. Bro, she's gonna be there for a while. She's reading Selected Stories, the most Kino book of all time. Once again, Jolene's queen. See, this is also a good person as well. basically gave it the pep talk of the century, being like, just don't. Just be like, yeah, nah, just don't do what we did originally. Just do it something completely different. Vibe somewhere else. It's the ball. It's the boy. It's the person named after a fashion brand. Who would have thought a baseball being so threatening? Quite ominous as well. A separate dimension in this whole entire prison, I'm telling you. Everyone knows that. Jojo's a pocket dimension. It's like multiple of them. That's the thing, though. Everyone's like, bro, we're in one dimension. It's like, no, bro. Multiple dimensions. Damn. That was some ass. Holy shit. Damn. Woo! Good lord. Good god. That was quite the cheeks. If I remember correctly, he was double cheeked. He had massive cheeks in the actual manga as well, if I remember. If I remember correctly. Hello, how's it going? So I guess their production is giving us justice in that department once again. I keep forgetting that part 6 also is when Araki just stepped up his ass game. Everyone was coming in like, well, bam. Who could it be? Who could this mysterious man be? Could he come from the sea? Could he come from land? Do people actually get action when they go and see someone in prison? It's a good question to ask now. When he says no undressing or kissing, I was like, wait a minute, do people do that? Is that a thing? What do you do if you actually if someone just was in a trash can and just kind of said, don't go further? I mean, he's basically like that one guy from the 25th Ward, so it's fine. He lives in the trash cans as well. But still. So what do you do? Thank you very much, a random person in a trash can. So what the hell is this integral plot device? It's our boy. It's a DILF himself. It's Jotaro. It had to be Jotaro. Who else would it have been? It's a DILF himself. I'm still impressed they actually made him into like a further DILF in this manga and his anime. I guess the hat and coat was in style at that point then. I guess the hat and coat was all the rage. there was no undressing or kissing, but instead fucking punching. I love Jolene. Just like, fuck, I actually hit him too hard. Holy shit. That's so fucking elaborate. Okay, so why is he not working for the CIA? Or the FBI, or one of the two? This man could probably do a lot. For lols. Yeah, I appreciate the threatening aura that Jotaro actually has now. He's gone from like kind of being like the cool kid to being like this threatening DILF. And I'm all for it. Maybe the first one. Jojo's is kind of like, wait a minute, this guy's after me. Why could he be after me for any reason? Oh yeah, Dio. That's the only reason he can come up with. The most logical reason as well. I appreciate that. He's just kind of like, we'll bypass the law. It's like, how the hell will we do that? I'm a Joestar. I can do anything. There's logical reason to why Jotaro actually kind of left, though. This sort of hit you after you read the manga, and also subsequently when you think about it. I think Jotaro's character is actually quite interesting in this whole entire series, considering he actually is kind of absent, but you kind of like, wait a minute. I get why. Don't imagine he's absent because he just said fuck it and left. Yeah. I haven't heard it in almost in one entire series, so it's actually kind of nice to actually hear him say it once again. She was smart. So wait a minute, my daughter actually did it. Holy shit. That was fast. It's a pretty good shot. You can't wait to turn anything into a gun. Just imagine. It's like, holy shit, there's cheese. Wait a minute, it's a gun. What the fuck? They're hiding guns and cheese now? Oh god, I would love that. Imagine like having a case where you find out someone got shot, and he actually it all came back from the fact that they actually managed to actually get a gun into prison via cheese, no less. Cheese. Cheese. It would hurt if you bit into that. Like, why is this metallic? Oh shit. Could be the air. I don't think I would be mad if that happened to me, though, to be honest. If it all came back to the fact that the perpetrator got the gun through cheese. I wouldn't be mad, but like, it's pretty amazing, actually. How could you ever be angry? You actually had to be impressed. Just knock him out again. Just go. Oh no. I say someone not to move, they will instinctively move. That's just the thing they do. Yo. Jojo's kind of like, it's just a flesh wound. One stray bullet can take down Jotaro. Confirmed. No, fuck off, Netflix. We'll listen to Duffy. But yeah, I mean, DILF. there's a TLDR of the whole entire episode, just a Jotaro DILF. I mean, it's an interesting episode considering it does kind of paint Jotaro to be very different to what we've always seen him as. He's always been like the figure of the whole entire group, like the person who knows what he's doing. The guy's like, I'm in the cool, bro. To actually then kind of hear him like he just kind of vacated an entire existence and just did his own thing and saw it probably somewhere to see. It does, to a degree, change the perception you have on him. But at the same time, if you remember from part 4, it does make sense to why he possibly left. The idea that stand users do attract other stand users, the idea that people are still after him as well. There is that whole entire thing going on. It does actually then fuck you, David Productions. Actually then does, in theory, change perception to how you then see the entirety of this whole entire interaction. It still is, it has animosity there. There will always be animosity there because, let's be real, kind of vacated without really ever thinking about it too much. But then when you kind of look at it from the perspective of a person who's viewed the entirety of JoJo, it does make sense. That's why I kind of like this whole entire interaction, because it is one of those things that he did it also to protect his family in a way. That's my perception on the entire matter. it still is very interesting to see Jotaro in a kind of very in a very more, I would say, cold perspective, because don't get me wrong, he's been cold beforehand. That's kind of like his shtick in a way. He's like the guy who just yells a lot, calls people names and shit, but at the same time, he's someone who clearly knows what he's doing. He's someone who's grown with the actual progression of the narrative. So you understand to why he does what he does, and he doesn't just do it because he just says fuck it, why not? I want to go to the fucking sea and do some shit there. No, you can clearly tell that he's got a thought process behind what he's doing. That's why I kind of like Jotaro's character in part 6 a lot. And yeah, I mean, I also like that, again, it's the idea that we had beforehand. We had distant families in part 5. The idea of who Giorno was is kind of the main entire thing of part 5. So I like how, in a way, Araki's taken that whole entire perspective, the idea of the distant families, I made it more of an integral part of the entire part itself. The idea of like how Jolene will view her father, who just came out of nowhere and saying, get the fuck out of here, and then not elaborating and just leaving. So that's kind of the cool thing about this, is the idea that he's taken what he's already done from part 5. Say the word correctly, is actually very hot. Part 6 is very hot. He's taken what he's done already and actually known and actually kind of expanded upon it, and it actually does work. It does work very well in this part so far. In this one episode, it just kind of proves to us that there is going to be a lot of animosity here, but at the same time, there might in theory be some growth in their relationship as time goes on. It's kind of cool to see a father and daughter relationship in a part that isn't so distant in a way, or doesn't involve a very, 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 very loud vampire that's also dead. So that's kind of the cool thing. So yeah, I mean, only time will tell what they do with Jolene and Jotaro, but at the same time, it's probably one of the better parts for me of this whole entire part so far, because it kind of proves to us there's actually a lot more here than just, hey yo, stand battles and shit. There's a lot more going on from more of a kind of like character point of view. Once again, expand upon the growth of Araki's writing style. It's kind of why part 6 is pretty much special to me, because of that whole entire reason. So yeah, I mean, other than that, it's also quite interesting to see a man with the ass the size of almost a dumpster truck to actually also be quite the formidable foe as well. Because God, that man's ass. I mean, he had a massive one in the manga. Like I was like, oh, those are some cheeks. But good lord, anime just expanded upon it. Like it's just like I don't know who was like working on that one key A, but thank you. They clearly knew. Oh shit! They clearly knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. They knew. And once again, it does heighten the idea of Araki's ass game improving. So yeah, I mean, now we're literally in the stick of it when it comes to JoJo. We're in the middle of it. We're in the middle of the entire thing. Well, not middle of the whole entire manga, because that would be weird. But the actual middle of like when the plot gets started. But again, I like the actual progression of the plot. It's more kind of, in a way, different to, say, part 4 or part 5. It's more in line with, say, your more, I guess, seinen kind of manga. The way it's kind of progressing is actually quite interesting, the way it's doing it. It's looking at things I didn't expect to see in JoJo, and I actually kind of respect Araki for doing that. So yeah, I mean, today I'll probably finish it off. We're doing part 2 of this whole entire arc, because good lord, I cannot believe people have already watched the whole entire series so far. I'm like, wow, I wish I could marathon that fast, but my brain will stop after 2 episodes. I can't do more than 2. 4 is my limit, because I actually have a break in the middle and actually then continue on. 4 is my limit. Beyond that point, I will literally lose my mind. I would literally just be a shell of my former self. Until next time with some more JoJo Part 6 Stone Ocean, still a weird sensei out loud. I will see you guys on the next episode. So with all that said, if you actually have enjoyed the entire stream as a whole, and as always, do leave a like, it does help quite a bit. If you have then enjoyed the whole entire stream as a whole, and as always, do leave a sub as well, it does help quite a bit also. If you have then enjoyed the whole entire stream as a whole, and as always, do leave a follow on Twitter, it does help quite a bit. And you will then know when streams are live and any other streams I do as well. So back in about 15-20 minutes with part 6, episode 4. That's really, my brain's getting confused. It's my pleasure. Thanks for actually being here as well. Thank you. So next time, episode 4. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.